Hello again and welcome to beautiful Pickett, Wisconsin, April 23rd, Thursday, 2026. Now, this is going to be the second time I've run this engine today, and this just so happens to be an HP 61FS engine. Now, in the previous video, I actually said it was the F engine, but it was a 61F, but I was mistaken. It's the 61FS. So anyway, this is going to be a first time I've ever tried to run swamp juice on a smaller engine like this. So this will be trial number 3 or test number 3 of this swamp juice fuel that Garrett, a friend of mine, is formulating. It's a proprietary formulation. Don't ask what's in it because I don't know, and I wouldn't tell you if I knew anyway. This is a fuel that he's developing that he's hoping to make a product out of and sell. So I'm assisting him in testing it across a whole bunch of different engines over the course of this season. Now, I've already tested it on a Super Tiger G4500 and a Moki 210, and I really like the results. This particular formulation he gave me several months ago, and it was formulated for large engines. He's continuously improving and reformulating the fuel as it is. I'll be getting a new batch here soon. But for now, I'm using this. It was formulated for larger engines, but I figure, what the hell? I'm out here running engines. Let's see what it does on this old classic engine, which is a ringed engine. I think this thing dates back to the early 70s, mid 70s at least. So I've got a little bit of swamp juice here and an OS G5 plug and an APC 12.6 prop, which is what I just finished doing an FAI run on. So this engine is cooling down pretty good now, so we should be good to go. Okay, so for the benefit of this camera and to help me in editing, swamp juice fuel on this run here. So let's get this up here and ready. This engine was just running magnificently on FAI fuel and an OS A3 plug. So let's see what happens with this fuel, if anything. Not sure what to make of that, but we'll give it a try again here. We'll keep doing it, see what happens. Maybe it just doesn't like this fuel at all. Don't know. That's part of what we're doing this for, to test it and see what happens. It is really not liking that at all. Huh. Boy, I don't know. Just for giggles, let's see if it'll run on this A3 plug that I just took out. Don't know that it will, but we'll see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? I blow up a glow plug, or I just have an engine that doesn't run. I've had worse things happen. Okay. It's acting like it's not getting any fuel at all. So let's do this. It's not. It's not getting any fuel because I had the needle, high-speed needle was closed basically. That's weird. Okay, well, no, it's not. It's not weird. Okay, so I just opened it a lot. I'm going to take this plug back out, put the G5 plug in there. No, I'm not. I'm just going to try this again for the hell of it and see what happens. Okay, so that's better. That's basically what Garrett told me. He said he tried it one time with a regular glow plug and it just would do that. So I'm gonna pop it out and put this G5 back in. Now that I know I've at least got it to a point where it might run. This is all part of the testing process, just testing different things to see what happens. Did it for many, many years in my career. Tested, tested, tested. All kinds of stuff. Okay, I was trying to grab a little bit of cell phone video there so I could send it to Garrett, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there. It might have just overheated. Let me see if I can fire that thing up again. Got so excited that it feels really hot. And Garrett said you might have to run it a little bit richer. I was trying to see what kind of RPM I was getting. I was impressed with the RPM I was getting from this. I am like all over this swamp juice fuel. Holy crap! Does that engine smoke on this swamp juice? This is incredible. Garrett, this is for you. I'm all in. I'll throw all my chips in. I'm on board with this swamp juice, and I know that this is one of the early formulations, but if your later formulations are anywhere close to this, count me in. I'm in. This is awesome. So yes, it is a little different than running nitro fuel, and it's probably just a little bit of a learning curve. I'm not sure. I would have to compare the peak RPM readings with my first run with FAI versus this. I think they were pretty darn close. FAI fuel is a lot tougher to tune with as it is, so it's not that different than this. This thing would sit there and idle fine. The only thing I saw that was interesting with it was it wasn't really willing to do a really quick transition, but if you did a nice slow transition, if you have the low speed set right, which I'm pretty darn close right here on this one, it transitioned fine, and you saw it. If you watched this entire video, you saw it. How long it would sit there and idle, and for a while it was just hitting 3,000, and I really like, and 3,000 RPM for a two-stroke is not a bad idle, but I always like to go to about 27 with my two-stroke engines. I like to see a 2,700 RPM idle, steady idle. Lower is better, but 27 I'm always good with, and I believe that it had that. It's rather warm still, but so I mean, I'm all on board with this swamp juice. This is really some really interesting fuel. Yes, you do have to use an OS G5 plug. So what? Does it smell like glow fuel? It's hard to say. It doesn't really have the same smell, no, but it doesn't smell offensive, and it certainly doesn't smell like a gasoline engine, that's for sure. So it's different. Tuning's a little different, starting is a little different. But once it's running, seems to run really well. So for my purposes, now I've never flown an airplane with it, but this is trial or test 3. I'm impressed. This is really, really good stuff. I really, really like this fuel, and I'm gonna keep using it throughout the summer. You know, maybe what I'll do is the same thing I'm doing today. It'll be different videos, or maybe I'll start making longer videos where I'm doing a nitro run and then a swamp juice run all at the same time. For now, I'm separating them because my videos tend to be pretty long and most people don't like to stick around for that long anyway. So to try to make it a combined video would probably be better for a lot of people, but just go and search my channel for swamp juice or the same engine and you'll find it. I've got a playlist titled the swap juice, the fuel alternative. It's a playlist where I'm going to be putting all of my runs with swamp juice in there. So hey, I'm on board with this stuff. I like it.